ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble!
This is Ben Murphy here for BoxNation. I'm here again with Nathan Cleverley at today's head-to-head press conference in Cardiff. Nathan, you just came face to face with Kovalev for the first time. What were your first impressions of him?
First impressions, very rugged looking, very hard. You're obviously a few inches shorter than me, so he's going to be strong and compact. He's going to be a tough fight, this. So, first impressions, yeah, very strong, looks like a puncher.
Obviously, your father and trainer Vince had a few choice words for him today, and said he sort of predicts this fight's going to be, well, obviously people thought the predictions online and what have you, people saying it's either going to be sort of a Kovalev knockout or a Cleverley points win. But your father sort of said he's expecting a knockout from you on Kovalev, obviously because Kovalev went down a few times in the amateurs, and he's sort of suggesting that his chin's not been tested at this level yet. Is that something sort of you're planning to do?
It's something I'm definitely planning to win the fight, but I believe I can take this guy out, and I'm going to be looking to do that. I may have to weather the storm early in this fight. He hits very hard, 18 kills inside 3 rounds. Get through that spell, and then bit by bit break him up, and hopefully get him out of there.
Are there any chinks in the armour you've sort of seen from sort of watching videos of his previous fights that you think you might be able to exploit?
I know his strengths. Obviously he hits hard with both hands. He's very accurate, closes down the ring well. His weaknesses, well, who knows what he's like in the second half of the fight. He's never been there. I've been there many times, so I'm going to take him to that, take him to the trenches, and let's see what he's got then. That's going to be my time, and I feel it's going to be a big part of this fight.
Obviously, you sort of mentioned the rounds in the bank that you've got there. Do you think, obviously, I mean, you know better than most, he sort of said that he spent a lot of time in the gym doing a lot of rounds, sort of going 15 rounds. Do you think that sparring is going to equip him to sort of fare at World Championship level? Or do you think it's a completely different ball game in the gym?
Well, the preparation is important, there's no doubt, and obviously he's confident if he's been doing that amount of rounds in sparring. But under that spotlight against another world-class fighter in myself, I'm not a sparring partner, I'm a world-class fighter, I'm a world champion. And he'll notice that on fight night, under that spotlight, when I'm taking him to the trenches, it's a whole different game then. And he can do whatever he wants in the gym, but there's no way would he be able to live with the velocity that I can bring, and the firepower. So it's just it's going to be a complete different environment for him.
Okay. Right, I'm going to go slightly off topic now. I'm not sure if you saw it or not last night, but Tony Bellew's been on Twitter just basically calling into question Sergey's credentials, saying that he's sort of not a guy to be feared with, and there's a reason that you've picked him as an opponent. So what's your view on that?
Well, Bellew's going to say that. He's obviously bitter from the defeat when I went to his hometown and beat him. He's still bitter from that. So every opponent who I fight, he's going to dismiss anyway. But the fact is that the Ring magazine, the Bible of boxing, they've ranked me and Kovalev, I think it's 3 and 4 respectively. Bellew's a bit further back, but Kovalev is ranked above him, and he's a danger man. This guy is an exceptional knockout record. He's got the American hype behind him, American TV. There's a reason, because he's impressing people. He's never been put on the floor in the pros. So to dismiss him as an opponent is just ridiculous. And it's just bitter. And bit by bit, it doesn't really matter what his opinion is. The fact is, I beat him once, and I beat Kovalev, and I beat everyone in this light heavyweight division and be number 1 at the end of the day. So, his opinion is irrelevant to me.
So, obviously you said Kovalev presents a real tough challenge. Do you think he's a better fighter than Tony Bellew's next opponent in Adonis Stevenson?
Well, Adonis Stevenson is obviously coming off that one-punch knockout over Chad Dawson, which doesn't really prove anything. His first fight at light heavy. He's coming up from super middle. He's a short guy. So Kovalev is definitely, he is definitely the dangerous guy in this light heavyweight division. There's no doubt. Not Adonis Stevenson, not Hopkins. Kovalev is the most dangerous categorically in this light heavyweight division, and I'm taking him on for that reason. He's got HBO backing behind him because he takes people out, and they believe he's going to take me out. And I won this fight. It's a high risk, and that's what I want. I won this fight to prove a point and to show what I can do.
Alright, thanks for speaking to us, Nathan. It's Ben Murphy for BoxNation. We look forward to a huge fight on Saturday night, and a really big Welsh crowd there at the Cardiff Arena, and it's live and exclusive on BoxNation.